Linda Bennett, your spiritual counselor and psychic host for Metaphysically Speaking. Tonight, open metaphysical questions and reincarnation. Did you used to be a canary? 546-7379. Stay with us for Metaphysically Speaking. We're just having a little fun here in the studio. No, you didn't used to be a canary. I'm just poking a little fun at all the so-called experts who try to say that there's no such thing as reincarnation because everybody used to be Cleopatra, and some people think they were canaries and goats and whatever. People are people, trees are trees, and we'll get to that later. Now is when we do the personal phone calls. Anything you want to ask about your personal life, and during the lesson segment, anything on reincarnation and open metaphysical questions means, brand new people, that anything you want to ask in the universe, it doesn't exactly pertain to you, like, hello, shall I sell my house and move back up north, is now, and then again at the end of the show, but not during the body of the show. If you want to say, well, gee, what's the difference between the energy in the north and the south? Well, now you have it. If you want to ask about dreams, if you want to ask about symbols, ancient religions, philosophies, UFOs, anything like that, that's what open metaphysical questions means. Okay, but let's do personal things right now. 546-7379. Caller, first name and comment or question. Caller.
Linda?
Yes.
Hi, it's Françoise. How are you?
Oh, I didn't hear your name?
Françoise.
Say that again?
Françoise.
Okay. I still don't know what it is, but I have your energy. Go ahead.
All right. My husband is working on a business deal. Do you see something good coming out of that deal?
Out of the business deal?
Yes.
There's more than one other party involved that he's dealing with?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like it's several people here.
Yes.
One of the people is a little weak, and he's really going to have to do a lot of work. What I want him to do is find out all of the problems and anticipate everything ahead of time and have all the questions answered before they even ask them. Okay, you see what I mean?
Yes.
Don't leave anything to chance. And I just keep seeing one little detail slipping away, and to make sure everything is covered, and then the deal should work out. If not, this one weak person is going to take the deal elsewhere. I don't know that I'd want to deal with this person again in the future, so just tell him to keep that in mind.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Caller, first name and comment or question. Caller.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hi, this is Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Hi. My question is, I was living with a gentleman for the last 13 and a half years. 2 months ago, he just left.
Right. I'm waving bye-bye. He left bye-bye.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And this was a surprise to you?
Actually, no.
That's what I'm saying.
I knew when he was leaving that he was leaving, even though I even asked if he was going, and he told me, no, I'm not going anywhere. And he took off with another woman.
I'm shocked.
I know.
I've never heard of that before.
We have a daughter who's almost 13. He's had no contact with her since he's been gone.
But as I look at your life, I saw this coming like a couple of years ago. So where have you been?
I know.
Get your little fanny into me for an appointment. Call my office tonight. By the way, we do pick up the messages at night.
Yeah.
And, because what I'm feeling is that you're going to be in for a possible legal mess, and other things can happen as well. So please, I think we have a couple of cancellations this week, and see if you can get in here this week to see me, because this man has planned things all along. So you've just been humming along like everything's okay, but he, on the other hand, is like a chess player. He knows exactly where he's moving and when and how.
Yeah.
And so I'd like to see you get in here, bring a picture of him, bring his birth information, and I want to go over legal things with you. I want to go over your daughter's custody and all that different stuff. Okay. But this is really serious. Sometimes people think, well, because we're not legally married, there isn't a problem. You've got a child there.
Yeah.
He's got enough money that he could show up at the door, and your child, he's got custody. So please get in to see me quickly.
Okay.
This is serious.
All right.
Okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right.
Caller, first name and comment or question, then we'll go to classes. Caller.
Hi, this is Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Yes, I want to know what's going on in my life, like, will I ever meet somebody?
How old are you, Jennifer?
17.
Okay, so feeling you were very young. Yes, you will meet someone, but right now what I'd like to see you do is figure out what you're going to do for a profession in life, and keep it casual, because you're still growing. In some ways, you're very naive, which is not a put down. You just don't realize that sometimes not everybody is being honest, and I'd like to see you get a little more maturity. What are you going to do after you get out of school?
Oh, I'm out of school. I'm going to go to college for nursing.
Okay, great. That's excellent. And what I feel is that probably about the second year of school, you're going to decide you want to specialize in something?
Pediatrics.
Pediatrics? Okay, great. You may decide to take something else as well. I see a duality there. Maybe you have Gemini in your chart somewhere, I'm not sure. But I feel that you're going to be a multifaceted healthcare person as opposed to just a single thing. So I like nursing for you, and you'll do really well at it. Okay?
Okay.
Caller, first name and comment or question.
Hi, Linda.
Uh-huh.
This is Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Like the last caller, I wanted to ask you if you can tell me anything about my career. I'm an older student that just graduated from college and went back to work for a company not in what I've gotten my degree in. Now I've been offered another job in my degree. I'm a little concerned about the position, but...
Okay, now you're concerned about this new position I'm feeling?
Or about leaving the old one.
Okay, because I feel the new position is kind of tentative. What is it involved in?
In what my degree is in.
Which is?
Which is writing.
Okay. Is there any way you can do both of them?
No. One is sales and one is writing.
Right. The thing is, I'm feeling that this new position is kind of weak.
Mm-hmm.
Who would it be for? Can you tell me without giving a company name?
No, not really. Actually, what I'm a little anxious about is it's going to require an awful lot of my time, a lot of overtime, a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, that's what's required today, you know, especially in the media of any kind. You have a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just not, maybe it's, I know I'm picking up your uncertainty, but I'm just feeling that there's something uncertain about the position. How about taking a leave of absence with your company? A lot of times companies will let you do that.
That's possible, yeah.
Okay, I would like to see you do that. Take a leave of absence, try this out for a few months, and see if you can hack it. It's going to be very busy.
Yes.
If you stay there long enough, you can get enough experience to take that elsewhere.
Certainly.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm feeling you're good at what you do. So at your present job. So, you know, you can always do a couple of things.
I've done an awful lot.
Okay, so I mean, you can always write on the side
Right.
and keep this other job, which is paying you pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which is unusual in Florida unless you're a drug dealer.
Oh, both of these are great. Okay, thank you, Linda.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Caller, first name and comment or question. Caller.
My name is Hazel.
Okay, Hazel.
And I'm about to undergo surgery.
I'm not allowed to answer health questions.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So that's okay. If you come into me, when are you going in for surgery?
In about 2 weeks.
Okay, try to get into me before. I will check the astrological timing for you, and I will also do a body scan for you and whatever else you need to get taken care of. I'm not allowed to answer health questions over the air.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
That's okay.
Bye-bye.
Caller, first name and comment or question. You're looking at me like we have no callers. No callers online. Okay, so I probably shouldn't say caller, first name and comment or question. Okay, I forgot the meta moment tonight, guys. I'm sorry. But I wanted to mention to you about what is happening with France and the fact that they plan on dropping an atomic bomb in the Pacific, which I think is about 2,700 miles from Australia, New Zealand, about 3,000 miles from a certain point in Mexico, mid-Mexico. And I wonder why people are not screaming up in arms. This is something that is so far out of what should be permissible in this world. They're willing to contaminate an entire portion of an ocean and all the countries that are nearby. And everybody seems to think this is okay. If you don't think it's okay, my suggestion is send a telegram into the French embassy and register your protest. We all have to stand up for what we believe and speak up. Every country that is going to be within a 4,000-mile radius, every place in the water is going to be affected with nuclear contamination. Caller, first name and comment or question.
My name's Kathy.
Okay, Kathy.
And I have had a lot of disruption in my life this last week, a death in a close member of the family, and my ex-husband, who has been in and out of my life 3 and 4 months at a time.
That's because you let him.
Has again left. And I'm just...
One question, Kathy. I can't do a whole consultation.
Right.
What's your one question?
Okay. I'm just trying to Do you see anything immediate future financially for me, because his leaving is going to dump me real bad?
I suggest you get an attorney quickly. My attorney is Harvey Spinowitz, 449-9929. I would suggest you get a hold of him and get yourself legally protected quickly. That's Harvey Spinowitz, 449-9929. Hello, Harvey.
Okay.
Get yourself taken care of. This is not a joke. Okay, this is very serious. Okay, and I hope I see you for a consultation to get the rest of your life straightened out.
Okay, thanks.
Take care. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Hello, I'm Linda Bennett. Do you have questions about your personal life? What about your relationships? Where's your life going? How about a career? Do you need to go back to school? What about those spiritual questions you always had in your back of your mind, but you just didn't know what to ask about them? Or how about finding out why you're here on the planet to begin with? Call me at 736-4567 and we'll arrange an appointment. Now, if you have a product or a service you'd like to advertise with us, call 736-4567 today. And where do you want me to look, guys? Okay, here. The topics tonight are, do we have calls, guys? Let's have some kind of answer here. The little problems in the control room. We have a lot of new people in there tonight. One call, okay. This is open metaphysical questions and answers. Anything you want to ask in the universe and about reincarnation. Let's take this first caller. First name and comment or question. Caller. You know, I'll tell you what the problem is. The full moon is coming in a couple of more days. This is the deal. Everybody's getting loony, and it's going to be in Capricorn, and Capricorn is very depressive and moody and sulky, so I can see it starting already. Okay, let's hit reincarnation. What is reincarnation? Okay, it's simply the understanding and the methodology of having the opportunity to come back again and again and again and again until you get it right in whatever vibration you happen to be in. The idea that there's some vengeful old man sitting up in the sky saying, you get one chance to be rich, you get one chance to be poor, you get one chance to be smart, stupid, beautiful, ugly. That's crazy. That is simply crazy. In all religions, all ancient religions, reincarnation is well understood and taught. There's a wonderful book called The Case for Reincarnation. I may have it back there during the commercial break. I'll poke around and see. I'll show it to you. The Case for Reincarnation. And I think the author is Joe Fisher. And it talks about the history of Christianity, what happened, what led up to stopping, or doesn't give all the details of what led up to it, but it gives the dates as to when the Catholic Church forbid the continued teaching of reincarnation. Why did they stop teaching reincarnation? Well, it's real simple. If you understand that life is a cycle and the universe is a cycle, and that we get so many opportunities, whatever time we need, to complete our progress before we move on to the next levels and go higher and higher and go back to the main source again, whether you call it God or the universal light, the force, I don't care. If you understand that, you're not going to be threatened by some fool saying pay your taxes or you'll die. And the person will say, so what? My life is miserable. People were poverty-stricken then. There was plague. They're dying in the street. It was an awful time. It's coming again. And so people said, why do we need to pay attention to these fools? Okay, and why should we pay attention to some church that's aligned with the monarchy, and the monarchy is squeezing every nickel out of us? Well, how do you control people? You make them terrorized. You make them think they're going to suffer eternal damnation. And so therefore they stopped teaching reincarnation to have control over the people. Well, obviously it didn't work for the first few years because people already knew there was reincarnation, knew this was a political move. But as generations came along, it began to take effect. And teaching reincarnation went underground. Even Orthodox Jews understand reincarnation. Muslims understand reincarnation. They sort of, in a way, go along with it, some of them, but the fundamentalists don't go along with anything. And that's another whole show. But Christianity, the Catholic Church, did continue the teaching of reincarnation, which was well understood by the Jews, by all the different religions that were throughout the Middle East at the time. So when you want to control people, you make them fearful. You make them think, this is it. Remember that awful Peggy Lee song, Is That All There Is? So if you think that's all there is, then you're going to respond to whoever you feel is going to save you. And that's why they stopped teaching reincarnation. Not because it's untrue, because they wanted to control people's minds. Let's take some callers. First name and comment or question.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hi, this is Colette.
Hello, Colette.
I was wondering about cryogenically frozen people. What happens to their spirit? Do they get trapped?
Many times they do. Can you imagine that? Hovering around this lab and watching the cylinder being deep frozen and knowing how stupid this is because you're not coming back to that body.
Can they get out?
And you're so terrified because you don't know what's going to happen to it. There are souls that say, oh, how stupid, and cross on, okay? But other people get so terrified that another soul could try to inhabit the body that they do stay earthbound.
Are they going to come back, these people?
No.
Okay.
You're dead, honey. You're dead.
That's what
Once that physical body ain't working anymore, it is not coming back. You know, it's like the battle between Capricorn and Cancer. Capricorn says it's not good enough, it's not going to work, don't try, who cares, you're not good enough, it's never going to happen. Cancer says, I'll just love it enough, it'll be fine. You can breathe all you want into a dead body and feed it and prop it up in the sunshine. It ain't coming back to life.
Is this comparable to somebody in limbo?
Oh, gosh, that's very Catholic.
No, that's why I wondered.
Limbo was supposed to be when babies didn't become baptized Catholics.
Right.
And they didn't even get to go to purgatory. See, they didn't go to hell, but they would never see heaven. Can you imagine that? Can you believe, when I was a little girl and I was taught that in catechism class, I used to stand up. Now, of course, I was this tiny, skinny, sickly little thing, and I would stand up and say, I'm very shy. That is not true. We come back as many times as we need to, and there's no such place as limbo, and God would not punish little babies. Well, Father Burns.
I believed it when they said it. Not anymore.
You know, I cannot believe that they ever taught that. And there are still churches that do teach it, by the way. So there is no such place as limbo. But being earthbound is a curse.
But isn't that something we created, a limbo?
No, we never created limbo. The Catholic Church created that.
I mean, that people do get trapped there because they believe it. Like these people
No.
Okay.
You know, if you experienced everything you believed, I'd be living on a mountaintop in Massachusetts, very wealthy and happily married, broadcasting all over the world. So no, you can create a state of fear, but you're actually in an astral realm when you cross over.
Okay. Thank you so much.
That's a good question, though. Okay, Colette. Call our first name and comment or question.
Michelle?
Go ahead, Michelle.
You mentioned the difference between the different spiritual auras between the north and south. Does that mean, like, better spirits reincarnate in the north more than the south?
No, what I was referring to is every area of the world, every place has an energy field. And some places have a higher energy field than others. Some places, no matter what happens and how many wonderful people would move there, it's a place that is never going to thrive because it's in a bad energy grid. It could just be that energy flow is missing it, positive energy flow is missing it. It could be that so many awful things happen there that it's a negative vortex that sucks the life out of everything. There could be a variety of different reasons. It could be all life forms have died. Look at what overpopulation has done in Africa. There are no trees, there's no rain, everything dies. This is a negative energy field. There are towns. Did you ever go someplace and you didn't like the way it felt? Are you still with me?
Yes.
Okay, did you ever go somewhere like that?
Yes.
Okay, that has a negative energy field. It could be the people that caused it, it could be events that happened, or it could be the way it's located and what is going on there. So there are places in the South that are lovely, there are places in the South that are awful, just like every other location on the planet. And sometimes you do better in a certain place than other places. It's how your energy flows with that particular place.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Caller, first name and comment or question. Caller.
Hi, Linda, this is Tim.
Hello, Tim.
I'm calling to find out now, reincarnation, that's basically along the same line as a past life.
Yeah.
Okay, so would past life regression be advisable?
I do past life regressions for people. I do not use hypnotism because when you're being hypnotized, a variety of things happen. Number one, your soul pops into whatever lifetime it happens to hit. If you're forced by the hypnotist to go into a certain situation, your soul may not be ready for that, but you see it anyway, and then you're left with the trauma of opening that door when you aren't ready. And also, I deal with a lot of people who've already been hypnotized in a regression, and they say they just don't feel like it really happened to them. I simply put you in a very relaxed state. If you have to blow your nose, you blow your nose. If you have to scratch your leg, you scratch your leg. You have to go in the bathroom, you go to the bathroom. I don't have to take you in and out of anything because you're simply relaxed, and it's like you flip on your own switch. And you go back into whatever lifetime or lifetimes that you are ready to see. The reason that's very helpful is you find out why you're with certain people, why you have certain fears or likes, why you're drawn to certain things, and what patterns you may be repeating in this lifetime that you've already done before. Okay? So you find out an awful lot about yourself.
Yeah, I had that happen to me once when a woman had had someone come through her.
That's a medium.
Spirit, supposedly. This is a friend of mine, and it was very all nonchalant, and there was no hypnotism. And she told me some things that really jived a lot about the way I am now and why, and there's no way she could have known that that's the way I was.
Well, it's a lot more effective in many cases when you see it yourself and you experience it.
I was wondering, because I know she is learning how to do the past life regression. This was a few years ago. I'd seen her, and not necessarily as having her do it or anything, but I was just very curious as
well, a past life regression is when you do it, not when someone else tells you. So I take you and relax you, and you see everything yourself, and you experience it yourself. And it is very, very different.
After she spoke of a couple different past lives and situations, I got very, very curious, and it's been on my mind for years, and I just haven't felt like I was ready, but every now and then I'm like, there's a lot going on.
Well, my rule before I will do a regression for someone, simply because I get a lot of people who've been to psychiatrists and psychologists who've been regressed and are still dealing with the trauma. So my rule is I do a regular consultation for you first. We determine what your purpose of the regression would be in the future, and I determine whether or not I feel you're ready. If so, then I would go ahead and schedule you for a regression. Okay? And they're always done on a Tuesday or a Wednesday at 4 o'clock or 7 o'clock. And if you're interested, call my office at 736-4567, and Renee will call you back this evening or tomorrow. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we out of this segment? We're out of this segment? Yes? No? Somebody give me a hint here, guys. Okay, let's take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to finish discussing reincarnation and open metaphysical questions. Anything you want to know, stay with us. Okay, 546-7379, reincarnation and open metaphysical questions. Let me finish explaining what reincarnation is for you. You are always a human soul. A cat is always a cat soul. A tree is always a tree soul. Angels are always angel souls. They're not your dead grandmothers, okay? They're angel species. Fairies are always fairy souls. Oceans are always ocean souls. But in your path, you reincarnate over and over again in various different locations throughout the galaxies that are appropriate to your lessons. So do animals, so do birds, so do ocean spirits, so do tree spirits. They go wherever they need to go based upon their species and based upon their own reincarnative processes and how well they're doing. This is the ultimate fairness in the universe. If you don't do so well in one lifetime, why should you burn in hell? That's not a god. That is a demon concept. If you do well in a lifetime, you learn an awful lot of lessons and you move forward. If you don't do so well, hopefully you will learn lessons as you stay basically on that frequency and get an opportunity to do it again. I get a huge chuckle out of people who don't like black people or red people or yellow people or white people, because the universal rule is, within the dimension that you function in, you must be all races, all religions, all types, both male and female, in that particular frequency. So if you're so busy hating black people in this lifetime, trust me, you've been black before, you're going to be black again. If you don't like yellow people, you've been yellow before, you're going to be yellow again. There's no point in hating any particular group of people, because it's what you've already been. I love Buddha's expression where he says, be nice to everyone. We've all been relatives at one time or another. So remember that. Reincarnation is the opportunity to get it right. It's the freedom to make choices about what you want to do and what you don't want to do, and see how those lessons work in your life. Work with relationships, work with circumstances, work in different vibrational planes. And so therefore, as you continue hopefully your flow up to the higher source, this is your reincarnative experience. Okay? Caller, first name and comment or question. Caller. Caller. Lost the caller. Let's go to the next caller. Caller, first name and comment or question. Caller, speak up. I can hear somebody there. Caller.
I'm here. Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, Linda, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Steve.
There's no snoozing when you're calling the show, Steve.
You come on so suddenly when I have the volume turned down.
Okay.
I love your program.
Thank you.
I've called you a few times. I called you last fall, and I had been to New York, and I asked you about a move, and you said you felt something by April.
Uh-huh.
And I felt something did, but I guess I didn't respond to that opportunity.
Okay. Well, what's your metaphysical question, Steve?
I wanted to know about pets and
about pets.
Yeah, are their souls reincarnated for us, like when we need them, like in certain pets in our childhood?
That's such a good question. Many times you travel through lifetimes with a critter that you particularly love and that particularly works well with you. Yes, you can find that. For instance, my cat called Smarty, who I found when I was 12 years old, was at a breeder's and went into the large room, which was very beautiful. And as I was approaching this cage, this one kitten looked up from its mommy and walked over and stood right with his little face and his little hands pressed up against the cage and stood there and stared at me. I said, that's the one I want. There was just this instant connection, okay? And so my mother tried to talk me out of that when she wanted a fluffier one or something. I said, no, that's the one I want. Came back 2 weeks later. He did the same thing. He was nursing, turned around, looked at me. The exact same cat came over, and I said, that's the one I want. And he was my best little buddy and saved my life many different times. So they do stay with us. Do you feel you've ever had a critter that was...
Do you feel like that's one of your pet souls now that you have? Like I thought you had a cat named Sweetie Pie, do you?
Yes, I have Sweetie Pie.
Was that Sweetie Pie that you saw back then? Or?
No, this was another one. Sweetie Pie is a different soul. Interestingly enough, I've had 4 cats that I've been close to in this lifetime since I've been a kid, and they're all different souls. None of them are the same.
I know you told me that the best people always have cats, and you can never have too many cats, chocolates, crystals, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But do pet souls always remain the same? I mean, like a cat soul or a dog soul or a bird soul?
They stay in their species.
Always remains the same. It can never...
Yeah. Now, for instance, though, sometimes a certain set of circumstances can happen. If a cat knows that it's going to have to be extremely protective of, say, a child in the future, in another lifetime, because it's going to hook up with an old person soul that it loves very much. And it doesn't really have any experience of being really protective or being very resourceful. It may reincarnate with special guidance into, say, a mountain lion, in mountain lion's body, so that it gets the experience of being resourceful, clever, and very powerfully protective. But it usually stays within its own species origin. Okay?
Okay, Linda, thank you so much. I love your show. You look beautiful. You really do. I know everybody always tells you that, but maybe you just can't hear it one more time.
Okay, thank you so much, Steve.
Thank you, Linda.
Bye now.
Good night. Thank you.
Caller, first name and comment or question.
Hi, is it me?
Yes, it is you.
Yeah, my name's Pat.
What's your name?
My name's Pat.
Okay, Pat.
Okay, what I wanted to ask you is I saw this movie Stargate, and I've probably seen it like 25 times. And when they go from one dimension to the other through the Stargate, there's like a tunnel they go through with all these lights. Now, when I had a death experience, this is the closest I've ever seen on TV that comes to what I actually went through.
Right.
And I was wondering, was it the same for you?
Yeah, well, all of my death experiences were different. Some I don't remember. Some were stepping like from one room to the next, stepping like off this planet and into the universe. Others were was the tunnel. One tunnel was noisy, one tunnel wasn't, and another was just shooting straight up into the sky with the angels. So, but eventually you do go through a spiral energy, because what you're simply doing is going up through your own spirals. Remember how I like to use the analogy of the giant wad of chewing gum in the sky? And we're constantly connected to the huge blob of chewing gum, and as we make good decisions, we move closer to the universe. Bad decisions, we move further away. But within that chewing gum strand is the double spiral of life, the yin-yang, the male-female energy of God, blending with the male-female energy of God of our own souls. So that's really what you're going up through, that tunnel.
Well, that thing's making me crazy because I can't stop watching it.
Well, don't become obsessed with it. Why don't you meditate? Why don't you get your little fanny to my classes and you can experience that yourself with the proper meditation technique?
Do you know why I don't meditate?
No, tell me.
I had a stroke and it affected my brain, and I have had a hard time going into a meditation like I used to.
Then I'll tell you what, If you come to me for a regular consultation at no extra charge, I will work with you and give you I will watch your aura as I put you through the meditation paces. This is what I used to do a lot. I just didn't have a lot of time with it, but I do it for people when they come in and they ask me. I watch your aura, see where your aura is missing, and then work with you on that to give you a special technique that will make it more effective for you.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
I do a lot of things.
I'd love to do that.
Okay, then
really
call me up and call tonight. Leave word on the machine tonight, and Renee will get back to you. And and I also sometimes devise special meditation tapes for people as well. That works particularly for them.
Yeah, because see, when I watch your program and you meditate through there, sometimes I peek and watch your pictures because they're so pretty.
I know.
But it does help me. It does bring me, into partially the state that I want to be into.
Well, remind Renee that when you talk to her that you're the one I want to do the meditation technique with, and maybe we could schedule for the last person of the day so I could give you a little extra time if I need to.
Okay.
Okay? And I don't charge for that, by the way.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Caller, first name and comment or question.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hi, this is Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Hi, I was just wondering, how do you know, you know any symptoms that if you think you've been reincarnated or not?
I'm sorry, say again?
If I was reincarnated, how would I know?
Well, first of all, that's
I feel like I've been on this world before another time, but I don't know.
Trust me, you have. That's the law of the universe.
But I wasn't an animal, right?
No. People are people, animals are animals. Now, what's really interesting is, rarely, but sometimes, you know how abusive people are to animals?
Right.
Sometimes the universe, with your guardian angel, says, you have been so abusive to this species of animal, you are going to be put in an animal's body for a lifetime, and you are going to experience the same kind of abuse that you did to this species.
I see.
You're still a human soul, but you're put in an animal body, and it's a terrifying set of circumstances because the other animals know that you're not one of them, and they attack you very often. It's a nightmare of an experience.
Wow.
It's the only way the universe can give you a taste of the cruelty that you have created, but you're still a human. It's like a costume, okay?
Because I'm thinking, this, the Nazi era and stuff.
Yes.
I think, that doesn't bother me at all. Mm. The whole thing. So
why doesn't it bother you?
I don't know. That's why I feel like I was in that somehow.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
could that be true?
Yes, it could be. And I deal with people a lot of times who have anorexia or bulimia or who have other eating problems and or terror of being in crowds. And I can very often pick it up in a consultation as to what the situation is. But any era like that of terror comes from those people, the ones who are being persecuted are the ones who used to be the persecutors. Remember the Inquisition, which went on in the 14, 15, 16, part of the 1700s? Mm-hmm. Thousands and thousands of people killed. The Catholics killed between 8 and 10 million Muslims in the Crusades.
But I don't feel like I was one of the ones getting killed. I feel like I was the one
who did the killing?
Yeah.
Well, you'd be an interesting candidate for regression, so you might want to come in to me and we'll talk about it and then might schedule you in because it'll give you a great deal of insight into some of the problems that you're dealing with.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks.
You're welcome. Caller, first name and comment or question.
Hi, this is Kim.
Hi, Kim.
The question I have is, I know that you talk a lot about soulmates and reincarnation, and I'm just wondering, is it always the same souls? Is there more in some lives than others? And is it always the same type relationship, like mother-daughter, or how?
No. Oh, that's such a good question. Soulmates is an expression where we talk about being with each other in a variety of different ways. Mother, father, sister, brother, husband, wife, cousins, next door neighbors, whatever. And you reincarnate and you learn a lot about each other and how to work together. Happy soulmates is different. It's all of that. Plus, you've been male and female happily and you work brilliantly together. You fit together brilliantly and you love each other and you work well together and you're spiritually matched. That's a happy soulmate.
Is there more than one of those?
Yes. There has to be, because we've reincarnated so many thousands of times with so many thousands and thousands of different souls. So usually there's more than one happy soulmate available to you on a planet at any given time. Okay?
Thanks.
You're welcome. That's a very good question. Okay. We're out of time. Stay with us for Inner Journey. We'll be right back. this is where we get a chance to relax and tune into the universe. And tonight we're going to deal with the cycles of ourself. So focusing right here above the nose, between the eyebrows, closing your eyes, sitting up nice and straight. Take a nice deep inhaling breath through the nose, filling your whole body, mind, and soul with God's brilliant white light of love, protection, peace, and harmony. And feel your guardian angel taking you into the enchanted forest, flowing gently through the lake, purifying yourself. Breathe in the beauty, the calmness. Feel the colors of the rainbow flowing into you as you go deeper and deeper into the forest. And your guardian angel places you in a beautiful lotus blossom. Breathe in as the double spirals of the Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, flow into the top of your head, all the way down through your body, through your toes, and back up again, lighting and energizing each chakra energy point in your body. The petals of the lotus cushion you and provide support and strength and reinforcement. Feel God's light flowing through your entire body, mind, and soul. Feel yourself cycling within, reviewing your life. Suddenly you're in a beautiful field of flowers in the middle of the forest. The spring of your life. New opportunities to review things and put them into motion. The flowers brushing gently against your skin as you walk through this beautiful meadow. Opportunities abound for you to start anew, regardless of your present circumstances. Continuing through the flowers into a gentle glen, pine trees surrounding you in the summer, beautiful soft pond, the water silky against your skin, the light of the summer radiating down as you are in full bloom of all of your actions, of all of your thoughts, of all of your plans to make your life better. Flow, breathe, feel the cycling of the summer energy of manifestation taking place within you as your dreams are settling powerfully within your mind and you're putting them into action. And now cycle into the fall. The leaves turning into majestic colors. As many plans are already coming into fruition and others are just beginning. Feel these changes taking place as you gather about you the opportunities, the people, the circumstances you have brought into your life. Feel things coming and taking place and seeing the wisdom of your decisions. And now the winter. Settle in. Feel the chill settling within your soul. To rest. To be harmonious. Review. Flow. Within your soul. Awaken to your possibilities. Plans that have taken place are now again coming to fruition within your body and mind and spirit. Feel the transformation bringing you light and strength and peace. Breathe, flow gently. Allow the transformation of the cycles of life to take place within you. And feel God's hands surrounding you, opening up your entire body, mind, and spirit, awakening you to the reality of why you are here on the planet, seeing your life have wisdom and reason. Breathe this wisdom, this love, this harmony. Feel it flowing throughout the planet and the galaxies, and back again in a spiral of life. Love from the universe to you and back again. For we are one with God, for we are one with the universe. And for those of you who want to learn how to meditate and relax, and you know, sometimes you're just not ready to meditate, but you want to do stress reduction. Well, you can do that with my 2-cassette kit called Inner Journey Volume 1. You can just use it as a simple relaxation calming tool, or you can learn how to do your breathing as well, your visualization, and your meditation technique. Another one of the tapes teaches you how to clear all the old sorrows and debris out of your life and disappointments and bring a new joy and harmony and peace. And finally, another side teaches you to tap into your own true potential. Remember, they're not subliminal, they're not hypnotic people. It's you taking total control over your own life. And you know, how many things do we have the opportunity to be totally in control over? Well, this is one of them. If you'd like my tapes, you can pick them up in various bookstores, Chundo Taekwondo, or the office when you come in for an appointment or a class. Okay, I'm sorry I was losing my voice there during Inner Journey. What happens is so much energy flows through me. It's like a ton, it's like a waterfall pouring down into the top of my head. And I wasn't breathing properly because I was busy looking around. So I got caught. And I hope it wasn't too bad for you. So we got callers on the line. First name and comment or question.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hi, Linda. My name is Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi, and I'm moving to Boulder, Colorado next month.
I've been to Boulder. You going to school there?
Yes.
Okay.
And right now I've been thinking about one profession for quite some time, pharmacy. But recently I've been thinking about nurse and anesthetist.
Okay.
And I was thinking about which field did you feel maybe?
What was the first one you suggested?
Pharmacy. Becoming a pharmacist.
Pharmacy is boring, but you know what? For you, I feel do the AMA pharmacology, but along the way also learn natural pharmacology. You know, someday there won't be any big hospitals and there won't be any big drug manufacturers, and you're going to have to know that aspirin comes from white willow bark, for instance. So I like that better for you. The nurse anesthetist, that's a really rough profession, and hospitals tragically don't provide enough protection for the people in the operating room. And especially women are affected. They have a higher rate of hormone imbalances, higher rate of miscarriage, higher rate of birth defects. So I'm feeling for you, you would be very limited in that kind of situation. And I would look into the pharmacology for you. Regular chemical pharmacology and natural pharmacology.
Right. I've been working in a pharmacy for about 2.5 years. I've worked both in a hospital and in retail. Retail's really tough. I mean, whenever you work with customers anyhow, it's going to be kind of brutal, to put it mildly, you know, because, you know, you get, especially, I don't want to do it in Florida anyhow. I want to get out of Florida.
Right. Well, Boulder is getting out of Florida. It's a college town. It's a college mentality. They have the mentality of 16-year-olds. But the school there is really good, so good luck.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Caller, first name and comment or question. All right, 17-year-olds. Caller, first name and comment or question. Caller, go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Oh, hi. I was just calling to find out some questions about employment. I'm working for the state right now, and I'm trying to get into the county, and I'm just wondering if I'm going to be able to do that or if there's something different in the works for me.
I feel stay where you are for the moment, and I feel some kind of change happening by the end of the calendar year. So it might be that you get a better opportunity either in the state or another opportunity opens up in the county. But right now I'm getting a little nervous about you making this jump.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
So just keep on working to get exactly whatever it is you want.
Okay.
All right? But a change should be coming like November, December, January, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay?
Thanks.
Good luck. Caller, first name and comment or question.
Hi, it's Vicki.
Go ahead, Vicki.
I just changed jobs, and I'm having a little bit of a hard time. I'm wondering if I made the right move when I did it. I'm having a little bit of doubt sometimes.
What are you doing now?
I'm a hairdresser.
So the salon is not your favorite?
No, I really, really like it. It's just I had someone tell me before that I shouldn't get rid of the job that I got rid of. It was another psychic person, and said that I was going to really go places there, but I wasn't happy there. So I left it. I like where I'm at now. I just keep having these reoccurring fears that I made a mistake.
Here's what I'm feeling about that other place. You would have gotten a promotion, but the problem is, again, you didn't like it, and that would have begun to make you more and more unhappy as time went on, and then your job performance would have been affected. And you don't play the game of politics real well. Some people thrive on that. And that, as you moved further, you would have had to be much more clever than you are, and that's not a knock. You don't know how to do the game. You don't know how to play it. And so I'm feeling that this is a better place for you. If you ever want to go back to school and take something else or do something else, go ahead and do it. But yeah, you'd have moved up, but at what price?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So your instinct about leaving was right.
Oh, good.
You know, it does no good to be president of a company and want to go jump out the window.
Right. Okay. Do you see a good future for me?
I'm not sure that you're going to be staying here at this place, but it's good experience, and then I see you moving on. But I also see further schooling and something else for you. We've got to go.
That's the same thing. Thanks.
Take care. Caller, first name and comment or question.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Carol.
Hi, Carol.
I just wanted to know, I'm having some legal problems with an ex-husband, and I just
join the club.
I just want to see if you kind of have an idea as to maybe the turnout of it.
Well, I get sort of like it's anticlimactic, so that when it happens, it's finally, and like there are no real surprises. You're just really happy. God, I want to like wipe off my hands. You're just really happy to get rid of it.
Yes.
Come to me before you make any more moves. Don't even date without permission.
Well, I'm married again, but this is something, you know, I mean, I've been divorced from this man for quite a few years.
Oh, I haven't. I can't get it done. And so further problems are being caused?
Yeah.
It'll work out okay, but again, I just want to take a bath tuning into this energy. Make sure you have a really good attorney. Don't let him get away with anything.
I've got a good one.
Okay,
but
karmically, you should be fine, but don't let your guard down.
Okay.
You stand out in the middle of 19, you're going to get hit by a truck. Okay, do we have time for one more caller? Yes, no, no, no. Okay. We don't have any more time. I can't believe where it went. Remember, guys, if you will just open up your hearts and minds to God's universal truth, you're going to know that God and the angels are always...